Hello, my name is Danny Z. I am the HealthyPlace.com blogger for mental health for the digital generation. Today I want to talk to you guys about creating a psychiatric crisis plan. This is something that's really important to me to tell people about because I have experienced psychiatric crisis a couple times in my life, and one time things went a lot worse than I think they had to because I did not have a plan like this in place. So it's exactly what it sounds like, just a plan that you have in place for yourself to follow and for the people in your support network to follow if you should experience a psychiatric crisis, just to make sure that you are taken care of properly and that all your responsibilities are going to be handled. So it's something that you do want to share with everyone in your support network, like your family, your friends, your doctor, your therapist. And some things you want to include on it are like all of their contact information so that they can be in communication with each other to work out your care. You also want to include things like any allergies you might have or special dietary needs and your medications for if you should be hospitalized. Also, you want to include a plan for your kids, your pets, if you have any kids or pets. And you also might want to include a plan for your family to contact your job or your school to let them know if you're going to be missing time or needing to make up work and things like that. So one time when I was hospitalized, I was in a really bad state. I was completely unable to make any self-care decisions for myself, and I think that the hospital was not very attentive to my needs. So for one thing, they didn't know that I had a special diet, so I was not eating very much while I was there. Also, I have substance abuse issues, so they were giving me a bunch of narcotics while I was there too because they weren't aware of that, or they didn't read my file or something like that. I'm not sure what happened. And also, they did not give me a very good discharge plan to make sure that I was going to be taken care of once I left the hospital, so things were still, I was pretty much still in crisis mode when I left the hospital, so things were still pretty chaotic. It didn't do me very much good staying there at all. So I feel like if I would have had a good plan in place, my family and my doctor could have worked together and made sure that my needs were being taken care of while I was in the hospital. They could have communicated with the hospital. They could have communicated with each other and come up with a good plan for me for when I was discharged from the hospital. I also experienced a lot of issues with school because of this. Like I said, I was not in the right frame of mind to make any kind of decisions for myself as far as self-care or anything like that. So I did not let the school know what was going on. I did not withdraw from my classes, so I ended up just failing my classes. So I do recommend contacting the disability department at your school. You can get the psychiatrist to write you a note letting them know that you do have psychiatric problems and that if anything like this should happen with you, that you need, I guess, extensions on, the amount of time to get your work done, or just that your absences are excused and things like that. So that's all, guys. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.